Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Shibby2142, and today we are talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and making money in the stock market. And this is mostly for after you have beaten the game. So, not really spoilers, but after the game, you should have plenty of money. I mean, that's pretty much all. I'll put it at that. So let's go on our phone. We go to the money and services, that kind of stuff. Here is the offline market. So this is just what happens in your story missions. So this is not affecting online or GTA Online, which starts October 1st, which will be very soon. You'll notice that the main stories on the right will have some indication of what's going on in the game. Say you kill someone and that it causes like a business to do better than another. I would pay attention to that, but that's not really awfully important. So once again, we are going to be looking at the day-to-day. So the day in-game is Sunday. And then we're going to go back to the money and services. Let's click that. Go back to the LCN, which again, the offline market. The graph doesn't really help you that much. That's one thing I've noticed in this game, that the graphs aren't really one-to-one. So you'll notice the stock looks like it's doing really well, but that's actually not really the case. So here are the stocks. We can scroll down here, and there's quite a few. I'm not sure how many. I haven't counted or anything like that, but there's a lot. So we can kind of see what's going on there, a little generic overview. And also what you can do is sort them. So sorting is very important. You can sort by company name from A to Z. Let's do that here. Click that. You can also do current price from the most, the stock that costs the most, or the cheapest stock. This is definitely important for a future tip coming up soon. Price movement and percent change, whether they're doing really well or really shitty. So obviously you don't want to be investing in a stock that's completely tanking. That will not really help you out. All right, so now let us just kind of check out a stock for now. We'll notice some stock information on the right. Once again, the graphs on the left, not always the most helpful. But what we want to look at here is how it's doing, the high, the low, the value, the last, change, and percent change. So right now there's the current price, around 11.56 or whatever is on screen. It's not really too sure. It's a little small. It's up quite a bit, almost $5. It's a 42% change. And we can look at also the low value. That's one thing very, very important to look at. So this stock has tanked, it looks like, at least twice in the past few days, and that's something to note. So that's something I kind of value on stocks, is whether it's consistent or it's very inconsistent. Now, if it's something that goes up and down a lot, obviously the strategy is to buy low and sell high, and I'm sure you'll be pretty rich in no time. So just for example, just of buying a stock, you can add as many stocks as shares as you have money. So let's buy one share. It was like 11 whatever, it's gonna round up to 12, continue. And that's kind of that. So looking at our portfolio, you might be like, oh my gosh, Shibs, you are rich in this game. We'll get to that in a second. All right, so now we're looking at the Bosdak. Like, yeah, I just love the name. This is what's affected by the online play. So this is live right now. There's not too much price movement, but there is on a few of them. And this will be interesting to watch once GTA Online comes out. So once people play online, and blowing up a bunch of cars will affect a certain stock price. Or for, say, you go down and shoot a bunch of helicopters, that will also change the stock price. All right, so my first two stocks that I really love is PIS. So we'll see that these are the two cheapest. So we'll get that in a second. But look at the value. So right now it's at its high right now of 5.3, so $5.30. This is a stock that I believe I owned prior. I'm not really too sure if this is the one that I made all the money on or not. But anyways, the cheapest ones are the ones that you can invest the most money in and get the most shares. So the most price movement then would give you the most money. So HAL is the other cheap stock. Right now it's at $7.05. I bought it when it was really quite cheap. I think $4 or $5. And it's really high now. And it looks like it's going down. So it kind of hit its peak. So now I'm going to sell. Once again, buy low, sell high. I own 50,000 or 50 million shares or whatever it is, and we're going to sell all, and we're going to be making quite a bit of money. And this is just on Franklin, so we'll get to the other characters in just a second. I think using all three characters on the stock market is smart, and you should use them all like within unison. So there we go. We just made back our money, and I believe the profit there was around $12 million, which is pretty good. And there's the Burger Shot stock that we just bought. So then we have quite a bit of cash here just on Franklin. So 36 million. And obviously, if you're playing the stock market, playing it smartly, the more money you have, the statement "the rich get richer" is definitely true. So now let's switch over to Michael, see what he's doing. Personally, I love the character switching in this game. It It really, really works well, and I think it adds a lot of value to this game as you can just kind of fool around and play with whoever, and they all have their special abilities. I think that's really great. So we're gonna go to Michael. Usually he's just chilling in his house with his family. I believe this time he's gonna be playing some games with Jimmy. He's not gonna rage quit and break the TV this time, fortunately. So here we are at Michael's house. Let's check in to see what he is up to. Playing some kind of pig massacre game or whatever, Call of Duty. Screw this shit. Alright, so now let's bust out our phone here, and the same process of going to the stock market. So internet, money and services. Then we can either go to the LCN or the BOSDAQ, that's also fine. Portfolio, and we'll notice we also have HAL on this character. Once again, it's doing things in unison. We are now at $43 million, profit of like 12 million again. And Franklin and Michael usually had about the same sum of money, except I bought a bunch of properties on Franklin. That's why he has a couple million less. All right, now let's move over to our big hitter, Trevor, who for some reason just ended up having more money than the others, and I just really hit it big with him using the stock market because I wasn't using all characters in unison when first testing this strategy because I just didn't think it was going to be working. And like we switch here and he's like already getting chased by the cops. Like he's got 4 cops side by side on, this would probably be the 10 because it's going east to west. But anyways, we just skipped that. We got away. Money and services, it is now Monday in the game, which really doesn't matter too much. My portfolio, and we will notice that we have a lot of shares here, and we're going to be making a shitload of money. So let's sell that, and now we have $200 million on Trevor. And basically the idea here is, once again, just looking at the market, looking at what is doing well and what is doing poorly. And is it doing poorly because something major happened in the game, or is it just like on an up and down curve? So obviously buying low. If it's at its lowest point and it's done better in the past few days, it's probably going to bounce back up, and chances are you should invest your money in that. And let's just check out the bank account transactions, so like you guys don't think I like cheated or anything. It's just doing the strategy a few times and doing it well. So I think Bank of Liberty, here we go, Trevor Phillips. View the transactions, so I had some investing early on, and then I had 111 million. Did it again, I had 128 million. Did it again, 142 million, and now 200 million credit or money in the game. So if this was helpful, guys, let me know. Just, yeah, being smart, playing the market, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Drop ropes down and stuff like that. That never happened. So if you want to kind of graduate, I guess, from the whole RPG scene into something else, you can try and get a little more tactical with sniping. So if you want to work on your sniper skills, I know I do.